right, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while. Even though we haven't been filming any of these videos for the past probably 2 years, we have been going on adventures nonstop, and we figured it was about time to bring you back along and show you kind of what we've been up to. So today I am up here in the San Bernardino National Forest. I'm going to be taking one of these trails. We've taken it a bunch of times. I might try to take a side trail that we've never taken before, see how far I can get down it. The last time I even looked down that trail, there were multiple trees across. The condition of the trail really didn't even look that great. So I might try today, see how far in I can get. I got up here, it's about like 1:30 right now in the afternoon. Checking the weather for this trip, I was looking at the desert, I was looking up in a couple of the different mountain ranges, and I chose where we are right now, which is Mountain Center, just outside of Idlewild in the San Bernardino National Forest. I picked it because today was supposed to be mid 80s, all sun, and then only dropping to about 56 or mid 50s tonight. I'm up here now, and we do have some dark clouds rolling in. Let me see if I can show you guys this. So that's definitely something that I'm gonna have to keep an eye on. This area is prone to get some surprise thunderstorms, but normally not this early in the season. And those thunderstorms normally don't start until late summer. So we'll see. I know they had a chance of a thunderstorm yesterday, so it's definitely possible that it'll pop up today, and we'll have to deal with that when it happens. But for now, we're gonna start things up. I'm gonna air down the tires, because once we get off that side trail, I really have no idea what to expect. And the spot that I might revert back to and go and stay at tonight has kind of a hard entrance where I definitely have to be aired down, 4-wheel drive before works. So we're gonna air down and bring you guys along for the ride. All right, so we are aired down to about 18 PSI. I'm just starting up on the trail now. The reason that I like to air down, even if this trail is pretty smoothed out right now, is just to give everything that's loaded up in the truck a breather from all the bumps. Even though it's pretty smooth, there is still a lot of bumps. The suspension can only do so much. Plus with like a loaded fridge in the back, it's kind of nice not to worry about your stuff getting smashed around too much. So we're heading up the trail right now. It's only about 40 minutes to get up to kind of the area that I want to take you guys to. Those clouds I was talking about before are definitely making their way over here. So things might get a little bit more interesting. We might get some rain. I definitely was not expecting that, but I guess you got to roll with the punches. So yeah, we are on the trail now. We just had one other truck heading up. I kind of let him go past because I was still messing around with the cameras. On the weekends, this place can get a little bit busier, but it is a Monday right now. So I'm really not expecting to see too many people, if any, past that one truck that just came past us. We'll see what happens. All right, so we're officially on a new trail. We haven't mapped this one at all, so we're using the Gaia GPS to map our location, see how deep we can get in there, see if we can find some hidden campsites we've never seen before. So I'm gonna throw the camera up on the truck so you guys can see where we're going. It's beautiful out here, and this trail is a little bit more unkept than the last one. There was a road closed sign at the very beginning of it, but we were kind of able to just sneak around and go around it. So let's see what happens. I'm throwing this up on the truck now. All right, so here's where we're at. We are still on that trail. It's called Grouse Hill Trail or something like that. It keeps going for a while. I'll show you in a sec, because you can kind of see how it just keeps crawling along the mountain ridges. But at this point, I haven't found anywhere good to stay for the night. So I think I'm gonna turn around. We're about 7 miles into the trail. I'm gonna turn around and head back to the trail that I actually know a lot more about. And I've got a spot that kind of has a great lookout. Should be a nice breeze tonight too, is another thing that I'm looking for, to try to keep the bugs away. But that's where I'm at. There were maybe a couple options on this trail that I could have used, but nothing that really stood out and made it seem like it would be a good fit for tonight. There could be something further down, but we'll save that for another day. Probably when I have a few more people in the group. This way it's not just myself, just in case the trail does get a little more gnarly and end up getting myself stuck. But yeah, if you take a look, the trail keeps going far. So I don't even know where that is. Could I be missing out on a really cool campsite? Maybe. But since I don't really know what's down there, I'm gonna call it for this trail, head back to 7 miles, and then I've got probably another mile and a half once I get back onto the trail that I know, and we'll make it up to our campground for the night. So when I'm on the trail, I normally leave my radio. It's a GMRS radio, so it's like a higher frequency. You're supposed to be licensed for it. I did get licensed for it. But I normally have it kind of scanning all the channels just in case I hear someone talking about, you know, someone's truck somewhere where it's not supposed to be. You know, if someone's watching me, you never really want to get on private property. And so I leave it on. I believe channel 15 is Cal Fire. Turn that off for a sec. So channel 15 is Cal Fire, and they actually just chimed in and said that there's a 20-acre fire that just started up. So sure enough, that's something that I'm going to be kind of keeping an eye out for. Once I get up to this top lookout point, I'll probably be able to see where the smoke is. They did just say that there's aircraft already getting scrambled to hopefully go and put it out quickly. But that's the latest update. I'm still on that trail, still headed up to that top spot.
It's Larry in Hemet. There's a big fire going on. Looks like on Gilman Springs Road area. Anybody have any information on that?
RJB 364, this is Mike. The fire is off Ramona, off of Warren. Last time I checked, it was about 30 acres. We have 3 airplanes and 1 helicopter right now.
Copy that. Is it one of the pot farms that's gone up?
That's a negative. It's the mountains in the back.
Okay, roger that. So the fire's moving east?
The fire is moving up the mountain right now.
right, we made it back onto the trails. Yeah, it took probably about an hour to get back. I'm glad I checked it out though. There was maybe one.
UROR 397, mobile call sign Windjammer.
Still some fire chatter. Okay. Yeah, it took about an hour to get back onto the main trail. I was definitely taking it a little bit slower over there because I have never been on that trail before. No reason to push it when you really don't know what's going to be coming up ahead of the next turn. Now that I'm back on this trail, I'm definitely more comfortable driving a little quicker. Here, I've done this whole loop probably 15 to 20 times, so there's really nothing too bad for the whole loop. The campsite that we're going to go to, once we actually get close to it, there is one sort of gnarly turn. My truck has never had any issues, at least since we did the suspension work on it. Before that it was tough. But I mean, I've had to pull other trucks up, like stock four-wheel drive trucks have had issues. All right, so we made it to the turn onto our kind of little hidden campground spot. So I'm gonna show you kind of what it looks like, and yeah, we're gonna put the truck in four-wheel and we're gonna charge it up. So yeah, it's like a sharp 90. Let me brighten that up for you. Maybe a little too bright. It is a sharp, steep 90 with a lot of like broken up rock, making it pretty difficult. Like I said, I've had to pull up a handful of people here. It's tough. There's no traction. It's real steep and you're turning at the same time. So it makes it a little difficult, but all part of the fun and all part of keeping this spot hidden. So, all right, let's set some stuff up. All right, so it did not disappoint. It's difficult to get up there. I actually struggled in four-wheel. I had to back up a couple times, as you saw, but I made it. And so now a couple minutes and I'll be at the top, and I'll show you guys where we're gonna be staying for the night. All right, so we made it. Wasn't that bad getting up here. I went and checked out. There's probably like 4 or 5 different spots where you can potentially set up a tent or truck camp. And so I kind of bounced around to see if anyone else was up here, just so I knew if I had neighbors tonight, and everything is empty, which is exactly what I wanted. I also drove down to the far end because there is sort of like a lookout point that points down into Hemet, which is where that fire was. And it turns out now there's another fire down there too. But it's weird, you can't see anything from here. They said they have multiple planes doing drops. There's a helicopter doing water drops as well. There's an evacuation area. You would think with a fire that's grown that big, you would see some smoke. It is pretty hazy out, so I'm wondering if the haze is kind of taking over, or maybe the smoke is just mixing with the haze. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna keep a lookout on it. I'm gonna keep that radio on to channel 15 so that I can keep listening, because they're actually really good on staying on top of keeping everybody informed. I think it's just private citizens that are kind of running it, which is nice. Yeah, so keep an eye out for it. Hopefully we don't see any smoke, but if we do, it's not really something that I mess around with. I've never had any close calls, but we have had to leave campgrounds a few times over the past couple of years because of approaching fires. So it's just something that you got to keep an eye on. I'll keep checking it, and hopefully everything goes fine. I am starving right now. We've been on the trail for like 4 hours. I'm gonna get the awning out, I'm gonna get the tent deployed, and then it's time to make a sandwich real quick. So let's get to it. Keeping things pretty simple, I'm just making a chicken sandwich with some buffalo, some barbecue, and some melted cheese. It's nice and easy. Shredded chicken from Vaughn's. It's perfect. Quick and easy. All right, I'm gonna get to it. See ya. All right, let me walk you through my culinary prowess here. We have got pulled rotisserie chicken, a little bit of buffalo sauce, a little bit of barbecue sauce, a little bit of cheesy taco seasoning, some triple cheddar shredded cheese, and then a little bit of garlic salt, a little bit of pepper, melt it all together. I don't know if the sandwich is actually that good or if I'm just so hungry, but it tastes amazing. It's fantastic. Healthy? No, probably not. Delicious? Yes. All right, I just cleaned up from lunch. Very late lunch. I'm probably gonna have dinner in like another hour because I think we only have like an hour and a half left of sunlight. But I timed that wrong, but that's okay. Let me show you around where we're at right now, just so you can kind of see the whole scene. All right, so this is where we came up through. And not a bad setup. Let me turn this, there you go. Check out that view. All right, so the one thing you actually can see from the fires is just how much low-lying smoke there is now. All of that is smoke from those fires, which was just over that way. But it doesn't smell like smoke. Nothing smells like anything's burning here. So I think I'm good where I am. But man, making for a hazy sunset. Found some treasure. Ooh. Interesting. All right, so the sun's wrapping up. Day's coming to a close. Today was definitely fun. Glad we got out and tried that new trail, even though we didn't make it all the way and we didn't find the campsite that I was hoping for. But we made it to the backup plan, which worked out perfect. It's beautiful. The fires didn't make it to us. Beautiful sunset. It's been a great day. I figured I would take a second to tell you why I'm even making this channel. I know I kind of dabbled on this like 2 years ago when we came out with our first 2 episodes. But this is kind of what I do for a living. I do commercial video production, so I work with a camera in my hand every single day, and I never make anything for myself at all, ever. I haven't even posted on my own Instagram page in close to 3 years, I think. I just kind of took a break from social media itself and really just worked on other people's projects. I've always kind of had a passion for being creative with the camera, and I feel like that has fallen off in the past couple of years. I haven't done anything that hasn't been for a client in years. And it's a shame because we're out probably every at least every month, sometimes twice a month, sometimes 3 times a month, either in the truck with the iKamper on top or in the trailer getting pulled by the truck. We go all over the place. Probably one of the reasons my wife and I still rent is because we spend all of our money on all of these travel excursions all over California. And I never get to document any of that. I should, and I haven't. And so I'm going to try to make a conscious effort to pick the camera up and kind of capture everything that we're doing, because I'm sure we're going to look back one day and kind of wish we did that. Yeah, so anyway, I'm just going to try to take you guys along for the ride with everything that we're doing, whether it be in the trailer or in the truck, but we try to get outdoors as much as humanly possible. We live in San Diego, but we're not exactly happy with the area that we're in. And so anytime we have off, we're constantly just hitting the road, going out camping, taking the RV out, and just trying to have as much fun as possible. So with that being said, I'm gonna put some bug spray on, I'm gonna make some dinner, and then hop in the tent and get up bright and early. I'm gonna have the moonroof or sunroof open, so I should be able to wake up right with the sun in the morning. Yeah, hopefully we'll see how that goes. All right, that's about it for me tonight. Calling it quits. I'll be up bright and early, so I'll see you guys then. Have a good night. Good morning. Not a bad view to wake up to. It was nice and quiet all night long. I actually got a good night of sleep. I did get an update on the phone that fire blew up to like 340 acres last night. But still, I mean, it's hazy out there, but I don't see anything. I think it's pretty far away. But I'm going to get up, get things packed up a little bit, make some coffee, and then eventually we're hitting the road, hitting the trail, and going back down. All right. Just got down to the bottom. There was no one on the trail at all, so it was nice and easy. Gonna air up real quick, and then we're gonna hit the road and head back home. So thanks for coming along for this little trip. I'm gonna try to get you guys a video a week, every week. I'm gonna try to stick to that. So a lot of gear reviews, a lot of one-day camp trips. We'll do some stuff in the trailer too when we take that out. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and we'll see you at the next one. Bye.